people go to Purdue and go into engineering because they honestly want to change the world in some way and make it better. It's not done yet, so it means it's hard to do.
Having someone that like who's been through it before and is like, I know it'll be completely fine, is just like the best feeling.
The curriculum's hard to really prepare you to do amazing things. I was so excited when I found out I was coming to Purdue. One of my most memorable moments is the first time I came onto Purdue campus. They had a summer orientation. I just couldn't imagine all the possibilities until I got there. And actually, some of my closest friends still today, I met at that summer orientation. You know, after I learned about engineering, I learned you kind of pretty much do anything and work in any industry. And so I went through all the schools for
The top one.
program.
Yeah.
And then I was also really interested in the co-op program because I wanted a chance to work before I finished school and actually learn more about the different industries. And my parents were also really wanting me to do that because they wanted to make sure I could leave college after all that investment of my time and money, like with a job.
I feel like I didn't know all that backstory.
Like, you didn't know?
No,
It was
I
very
hadn't
methodical. So
I did not realize that.
Yeah, so my choice of Purdue was very methodical. Like I looked at the top 10 programs, but then I came here and I loved the campus. It's like so beautiful, and I like that it's big because I went to a smaller high school, so I wanted more options in a university. But then it feels like a campus. Like when you walk around,
It's like 30 minutes, max, around the whole campus.
Exactly.
Oh my God, you're right there. Both my parents met here, and most of her family went here.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'm a teenager. I want to go and be super different from everyone else. That didn't end up happening. I think it was a long plan of theirs, and they didn't try to force feed me information, but they're always like, oh, Purdue is the best ever. And they kind of talked about it a little bit, but then once I started getting into high school, you keep hearing that name, Purdue. Whenever you look up top however many engineering schools, you just keep seeing the name Purdue. And then I was like, okay, Mom, you can tell me more about this.
I felt welcomed at Purdue when I was here in the late 90s as a woman engineer, but there was a pretty broad spectrum depending on the engineering discipline, how many women were in it. I felt welcome in things like the Society of Women Engineers at the time, even the engineering disciplines that had fewer. By bringing us all together, we kind of had that community. And I love that it's continued on and build upon itself.
I'm an operations team member for the Women in Engineering program, joined the Women in Engineering learning community. I lived there freshman year, so with all the other engineers, which was amazing. I met, again, all my best friends there that are truly still my best friends. I was also in a 1 credit hour seminar class freshman year, and all of a sudden one day they put up a little advertisement for a job at the Women in Engineering program, and I was like, oh, that'd be the coolest job ever. Especially in high school, I tried to start my own women in STEM club. It didn't really get too far, but I saw the job advertisement. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get this. Let's go. So I remember walking. It was my first time wearing a suit to an interview. I was oh my gosh, I feel such an adult.
Yeah.
And I went interviewed. I got it, and then the rest is history. And I think even being a part of it now and working for it, I didn't even see how phenomenal it was until I started working in it and how many other programs we offer. We're trying to tell people about the different types of engineering and working with them and saying you should do this. It's an amazing field and you'll feel you're making such a difference.
I love that you can kind of create this community here and make it your own place.
Find a supportive group of people and take advantages of all of our resources because you're here to help you. Even if you're a prospective student and you really want to learn more about a different type of engineering, we have you can set up individual Zoom calls with women in engineering employees. Seeing my mom, who's the most amazing, I can't even look at you when I say this, truly the most successful, humble, intelligent woman, and seeing absolutely crushing her job. And stop. And then having being such a great mom, she would help out at my school plays, she would do all this type of stuff. So growing up with that in itself is just a phenomenal role model. Macy and I, my sister, always talk about it, how much we adore her.
The fact that so many mother-daughter pairs are coming to Purdue is, Mimi the daughter, and you can speak to this, are absorbing kind of how fond we are of Purdue just in our life. I have I met my husband here, so obviously it's changed the whole trajectory of our life. Like some of my best friends are from here, and
How
like
you, got your start in industry from a career fair.
yeah,
from
like
here?
exactly. Like I started co-oping at Purdue, and that led me to my current job, which I've been in since I graduated. And I think the other piece is that I love about Purdue is like it has its academic excellence in all the programs, but it's also very down to earth.
I was gonna talk about this too. Like you can go from like studying. I've gone from like studying all day, or I worked like a big women in engineering event, and then I went to a basketball game. Like for like a good team too. Like I think that's something that like, I mean, all the top schools are phenomenal, but I think that's something that some of them kind of lack, right? Is like not all have like just a regular life too. Like I feel like it's like a very like normal life. Like I go to school and then I can go to a football game or a basketball game and like.
Yeah, so it's just like
normal.
access to so many different like extracurriculars as well as academic programs.